There's so many different ways of painting in watercolor. So I just wanted to do something a little bit different to what I usually do. This is Dave Lowe from Get Some Colour in Your Life. Welcome back to my channel. So you can see I've already made a start, and I didn't want to, because I'm using a photograph as a reference, I didn't want to go in with pencil because I think that would just make things a little bit tight. When I do use pencil, I tend to add lots of detail. So I just wanted to keep that element of freedom and looseness to my painting. And you can see I already made a mistake with recording. I forgot to press, in fact I pressed record again and it stopped recording. So I've just put in the tree in the center of the painting. But I just, without using pencil, I just went in with different colors. And if you've been on YouTube, and there's an artist by the name of Tim Wilmot, he does this kind of thing, goes in with all different colors, and a lot of times they're not even the colors that are in the picture itself, but he likes to put all these different colors in and then goes over and sort of draws over with the paintbrush as he does the different washes. So to keep things loose, I'm just going over and placing my second wash and adding bits of details as I do so. So it's a really nice picture. This is a photograph that got sent to me from a friend of mine who was recently on holiday in Macedonia. But I'm not sure whether this is actually Macedonia or if it's Albania. I'm not sure, because he did make a visit to Albania, and he taught me through some of the photographs, and really nice. I was just attracted to this scene. As soon as I saw it, I asked him to forward me this picture and knew that there was a painting to do of this scene. So I will pop up the picture in the right hand side so you can see the reference that I'm going off, and you can see quite a nice scene, lots of interest. And I really like the way some of these, I'm sure it's a derelict building on the left. It's a really old village. And he did actually send me two pictures. One of them is this one, and the other one is either Albania or Macedonia. Vice versa, they're either one or the other. And the other one has, it's almost like the village has been evacuated, and there's two old women that sort of stayed, and the women are, I think he said 99 or something like years of age, and they have donkeys to get the water for the supplies. They have no sort of electric or any sort of mod cons. They just have these donkeys to get water from the either well or river, something like that. So it's quite an endearing sort of place, quite magical, quite nice. And so I've got the other picture as well, and it's actually got one of the old women in the picture with the donkey. So maybe that's another painting for another time. But I really wanted to capture this one. I really just love the architecture and the old sort of ruins of this place. But let me know what you think. Let me know if you like this sort of scene. Have you been to Albania or Macedonia? Let me know in the comment section down below. So all that being said, I'll just run through quickly some of the materials I'm using. Today's paper is actually Fabriano Artistico paper, which is 100% cotton. It's rough paper, so I'm going to get all the benefits of the texture of the paper as I use my brush on its side. And I'm using my M. Graham watercolor set, which are professional grade. I do love using these watercolors. They're really nice. Being honey honey bound, the wet quite well, re-wet, so you can get nice saturated colours. So I'm not going too crazy with any of the colours, just using sap green, yellow ochre, Payne's grey, a bit of Van Dyke brown, and a touch of red for the buildings, and that's pretty much all the colours, I think. So probably about 5 or 6 colours, that's it. I don't want to complicate things too much. As I said, I do want to keep things nice and loose, nice and as easy as I can do, without pencil lines. I'm just going in and painting. It's mostly shapes. When you've got buildings or anything like that, you want to just fill in block shapes, and then you can go in for the next wash and start adding details. It's just sort of drawing with your paintbrush as you do so. And you can see I'm using it's probably a medium sort of mop brush. This is my Isobay mop brush, and then I'll be using a rigger brush, or a liner brush as they're called, and also a smaller round as well, just to get some of the finer details as I carry on. But I want to try and keep large brushes, just to stop fiddling with details. You can see I'm still using that now. It does create a nice little fine tip, so I can use that on smaller details, but not too small. But you'll see I will switch over as I get to the finer details. This place actually reminds me of a lot like Turkey. You got some of the really nice places in Turkey, but I kind of enjoy the sort of derelict parts and the ruins and all those parts that you wouldn't normally visit. They sort of appeal to me as an artist. I'd like to paint those sort of things rather than perfect buildings or anything like that. You can just see on the roof of this that I'm just doing. I'm not bothered about getting straight lines because although it may be straighter in the photograph, it is old, and it gives that sort of authentic feel to it as well. So you don't have to go perfect. Certainly nothing like any new structures or new architecture. And then just a bit of shrubbery in the bottom left, using some light yellow and then sap green just to get some of the shadows in there. And I love the wall as well. You got some nice highlights on the wall. It's like an exposed wall that's probably lost its cladding over time. I do like that, so it's got some nice highlights on it. And then obviously you got the nice shadows on the floor as well. I'm using a little bit more warmer colours than the actual photo. The photo looks a little bit washed out, maybe a bit overexposed, something like that. But that's the beauty of painting. You can sort of tweak the colours, you can add things, add more colour, saturate things a little bit more. You can almost romanticise things. And you can see I'm using my liner brush or rigger brush just to get some of those twigs and branches in the tree. So I don't want anything looking perfect or round. So you got these sticks coming out, and liner brush is perfect for that. One of the perfect accompaniments or complements to any watercolor is a micron pen. You may see that I've just used that on certain areas, especially when you got some details in your painting and you just want to go in and sharpen a few things and make a bit more a focal point or something that reads a bit more clearer. It's perfect to use one of those pens. So I do use, especially on rough paper, a bit more of a tip. So the pen that I'm using or used was 0.5, so that's 0.5 millimeter. I think if you use a smaller tip, it'll just be a bit more scratchy and you won't really get a good line in your painting. So it's better to go bigger than smaller, just for those little details. And then just filling out some of the background. There's a little bit of something going on there. I'm not sure what it is, but just add a few marks and it just gives the impression of some distance and some details in the background. There is a slight hill in the background, just far in the background. So I do have a little bit of that showing as well. Took a little bit more than what I should have done with the tree, but I just wanted to just paint as I feel. I'm using the reference, but not slavishly. I'm not looking at it all the time, or I just got the basic shapes down, the start, and then going off just off feel as well, and just looking at the photograph occasionally, just seeing where the different tones are, different shapes, and then just going in and painting as I feel. As always, I do appreciate if you give me a thumbs up. If you're still watching this video to this point, then give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, let me know what you think. I really do appreciate it. It does help the algorithm send my video to more people, so it does help a small channel like mine to grow. So just leave me a comment and give me a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to my channel, then please do consider subscribing. I do put out weekly content, usually on a Monday afternoon. So if you hit the notification bell, then you won't miss any of my new content. As it comes out, you can watch it as it premieres. Like I said before, I'm not after copying the reference photo exactly, so there is slight differences, and I'm happy to just paint freely using the reference as just a guide, not after copying it exact to the T. So I mean, the first thing I see is it's a lot more colourful, so it's a bit brighter and a bit more maybe sunlit, so that's obviously a good thing that you can change. It's just nice to go in and not worry about getting everything exact. I was going to leave these couple of what would you call it, where the cladding or the walls come away. I was going to leave these two because I didn't think they'd translate very well. I just thought it wouldn't be clear what it was. But I'm glad that I went ahead and did this, because it does add to the authenticity of the scene. It makes it look a bit more rustic. And so I'm just adding a little bit pen just to define some of the shadows and make it look like cladding that's missing. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.